On this edition of Purple Pride, we'll be talking about the Braille and Cane Club.
Pride. I'm Chloe Bradford, and on this episode, we'll be taking a look at the Braille and Cane Club here at Stephen F. Austin. Here with us today, we have Lauren Bowen. Lauren Bowen?
Yes.
So, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you. So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Right now, I'm here doing something called orientation mobility. I'm a junior, so I only have one more year, thankfully.
Almost done.
Almost done. I'm originally from Houston, or to be specific, it's more of Kingwood.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm close to there. I'm from Spring.
Okay, yeah, definitely close to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm just really wanting to be here. I found this place actually just because I was actually doing another major.
Mm-hmm.
And then I finally decided to switch. And luckily the major I wanted, which is what I'm doing now, is actually here.
Cool. So I know one of the organizations that you're in is called the Braille and Cane Club. Can you tell us about that organization?
Oh yeah, right now it's an organization here on campus. It's for students who are blind, visually impaired, or any other student who wants to join. It's for like advocating and doing awareness to what blindness is, and for the students here on campus to show that they are here, they're making their entrance very well known, and also what they can do.
Okay. So what type of people does it cater to?
I mean, it caters to like their needs and also what they want to do on campus, but also showing the students who are not visually impaired on campus, like me or anybody else, that they can do whatever we do. It's just they can't see.
So what exactly does Braille mean for some people who don't know? Because honestly, we had this conversation. I didn't know what Braille meant. So can you explain that?
To be like super basic, it's just a basic code of dots, of raised dots on a piece of paper that you can just slide your hand over and you can read it as if I was reading print for English. And I think I was told 120 something characters for the entire code. They even have math code and a scientific code. It goes way beyond me.
Wow. So this organization is really helpful to a lot of people. So how long has it been around?
It's actually been around since 1999, I believe. I actually know one of the founders, so I had to call her up last night and be like, hey, how long has it been here?
Check out research. So also, what is your personal position?
Right now, I'm the president, for right now. Earlier, I was the treasurer.
How long have you been in the organization?
I've been here for about 2 years, and right now I'm just now switched over to be president since my first semester.
So you joined the organization your freshman year?
Yeah, it was the spring semester my freshman year.
Okay. How many members are in the club?
It depends on the day. I mean, everyone's schedule is a little bit different. We usually have between 10 to 30 people that come for each meeting. And then we also have members who are not here on campus, like alumni and also field professionals.
Okay. Well, we actually had the chance to sit down and visit with some of the members of the Braille and Cane Club. So here's what they had to say.
Safay, I'm an MBA student. I joined Braille and Cane Club in October of 2011, and the way I ran across it was actually the White Cane Day that we do every year. It's a fundraiser and awareness in October, and I talked to the president and introduced myself, and then that led to my father coming down to campus. He's totally blind, and he spoke to the group, and I got to know everyone here, and I've enjoyed my friendship with these people so much. These are my friends, and they've shown me a vision that I didn't really have before, a understanding of the world that I utilize every single day, and I move forward, and I know I'll carry it with me the rest of my life. it's a wonderful experience. I'm so glad that it happened.
It's not just for persons with visual impairment, though. It's about raising awareness in and around the university and the community in general. Changes over every year, and it's quite a challenge, but the students do an incredibly great job. It's a self-run club. More often than not, we just try to get out of the way, and they always, always, always do a fantastic job. Each set of the leaders has a different face and a different take on it, but they all seem to find their own way.
So that was really cool. It looks like a fun organization to join too. So when are their meetings?
We have our meetings every Monday from 3 to 4, and they're in the Human Services Building on the first floor, room 101.
So what do y'all usually go over in the meetings? What do y'all do?
We try to get all of our events settled and like dates set, talk about what is possibly needed for each student. Like we had a Braille campaign last semester to try to put Braille in some of the older dorms and also some of the newer ones like on washers and all the works, and also just try to get like what we want to do as a club together.
Well, you mentioned events. What are some of the events that you guys put on?
We usually have a White Cane Day, which is in October, where like last year we had a big march where we all wore white and had our canes out just to show we're here, get ready for us. We also have a Christmas party that we do for a lot of like younger kids in our community who have visual impairments, plus their families. They'll come, we give them presents, and they get to meet Santa. And then for a spring semester, we usually get to have an Easter party, and also get to do, like right now we're doing a awareness campaign and also like an etiquette campaign to how to approach someone who is visually impaired.
That can be really helpful. So if you're not in the organization, can you still participate in these events?
Oh yeah, we love for people to come and like see us, to meet us.
So we can wear white if we wanted to wear white for that event?
Oh yeah, I mean if you wanted to come, we usually have a Facebook page that says all of our events, and you can sign up and come and see us. And also if you just wanted to, I guess, participate on your own, like for White Cane Day, you could wear a white shirt.
So who can join?
We can have anyone join. I mean, if you are a business major, if you are a nursing major, it doesn't matter. If you're just willing to sit down and talk with us and just be that person that can just say, blindness is not an issue on campus, it's just you can't see.
So there's no certain requirements to join?
No, all we require is that you have $5 per semester for dues. That's all it is.
Okay. So what, have y'all joined any award, have y'all won any awards? Sorry.
Up until now, I don't think we have. And we mostly just try to do things on campus that's community-based, not through the school per se, except for Diversity Week, and also just community with kids. So unless we get an award through the community, no.
So what are some of the major events that take place for the club, in the club?
Major ones are White Cane Day, but also Diversity Week, which is actually starting today. We have our Diversity Day called My Normal, which is going to be in the Grand Ballroom tonight at 7. So if y'all want to come, it's cool. We're having a big video on etiquette and just a bunch of other simulation-based and also just information.
It's called My Normal?
My Normal, yeah.
Can you talk a little bit more about that?
It's through Diversity Week with, I believe, Student Activities Association. They're hosting it just to bring awareness to disability. This is for today. Diversity Week is just a whole thing all week, but for our day, My Normal is about people with disabilities like physical, blindness, deafness, anything you can think of, is that's for that. And then you get to talk about what it is, and I think you even have a student who's coming who's visually impaired who's going to talk to them, answer questions, and talk to them about what she goes through on a daily basis.
Okay, so what are some etiquette tips that if we encounter someone with a disability?
Well, for blindness, I can't speak for any other disability, but just say, don't assume that they can't see you. Always, if you think that they may need help, ask, say, can I help you? And if they say yes, then they'll probably explain what they need. And if they don't, then just say, okay, thank you, have a good day. If they do need help, usually just ask, hey, I've never done this before, so what would you like me to do? How do you want me to help you? And usually they'll go into it because they're the experts on what they need. They don't expect the normal person to understand,
Mm-hmm.
like what to do all the time.
And it always helps to help someone out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any any history of working with people who are blind?
Not in my family. It just when I came to school did it start. Because most of it's kind of sad, but most schools will try to hide away the people who have visual impairments. But here, they're very out in the open. They're doing what we do as normal students.
Mm.
So I mean, I finally got to actually encounter them here with the Braille and Cane Club, but also with my major, which is orientation mobility. So I get to teach them.
Yeah. Has that inspired you, your major and doing the Braille and Cane Club? Has it inspired you after college to doing anything?
Oh yeah, I'm hoping possibly to work with little students, like little kids,
Mhm.
all the way up through high school, to teach them you can do this, you can go to college, you can be independent and not have to rely on others. That's what my main goal is, because no one wants to feel like they're a burden on others or just not have that self-worth.
Yeah. Nobody wants to feel like they're worthless. So
Yeah.
it helps a lot to help someone else who doesn't have the same abilities as you do. So going back to the Braille and Cane Club, how can you join? Like, if you wanted to be on the e-board, or if you wanted to, do you have to be in the organization for semesters to join, or?
If you're going to be on the committee, like
Mhm.
the president or treasurer, they kind of want you all to be in it for a little while, so possibly a semester or a year, just so that you can understand how we work
Mhm.
and just get understanding of how to help and what they need.
Mhm. Where are the meetings?
They're at the Human Services Building. The Human Services Building actually by the Quack Shack or the medical
Yeah.
clinic,
I've heard of
to
the
be
Quack Shack.
specific.
Mhm.
So it's right there. You can't miss it.
Okay. So I really do enjoy talking to you about the Braille and Cane Club. So this might be a pretty ignorant question, but when you're helping someone out and they don't necessarily, like me, like if I was to help someone out and I didn't necessarily know what to do, can you give me more etiquette tips?
Yeah. This is just going in. I'm trying to keep it really basic, just because
Okay.
I don't want it to be super technical,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
it ends up being with class anyway.
Mhm.
If you have asked for if they've asked for assistance and you're standing there with them, so let's say we're crossing a street, you're gonna want to give your arm to them. They'll reach up and they'll grab right above your elbow, and then you would proceed to cross the street.
Okay, that's very helpful. So now I know what to do across the street. If you would like to learn more about joining the Braille and Cane Club, you can visit their Facebook page. And I'd like to thank, Lauren, for coming and stopping by. Thank you for watching, and make sure to tune in next time for another episode of Purple Pride.